God. Oh. Right, Atma Namaste, everybody. Welcome to our second session on how to manifest instantly with the power and blessing of Guru Padmasambhava. Guru Padmasambhava, as we are seeing, we are proceeding with the sessions every day, and what we realize and we see that he had such immense power. If we can imbibe his techniques, his lifestyle, his way of life, and his teachings, nothing can be a barrier in my life. In your my means, think about yourselves. Nothing can be a barrier in your life. He had mastered all the five elements of the earth. He had mastered air, water, everything. So in case we regularly follow his teachings, gradually he will reveal the inner teachings and the inner secrets to us. Many a times it happens with my being a Arhatic Yogi practitioner for more than 20 years now. What I have realized is when we attend the Arhatic Yoga retreat, maybe we are seeing the same video in every retreat. But believe me, every time we see it, there is a new message that comes into our mind, and it is given by the Guru. So, Guru reveals new teachings, new learnings, and new messages the Guru gives you every time you are connecting to Guru in such an atmosphere where we are in the physical realm, we are in a ashram. Ashram means Gurukul, where you have all kinds of learnings and teachings, accumulating wisdom. But you know what? This ashram is also there in the inner world. We have already been in the inner world learning these. Now it has physically manifested. So we are on a same journey. We are karmically connected to each other to receive. We are entitled together to receive all the teachings of Guru Padmasambhava. So you must actually, clap your shoulders for reaching this level where Guru Padmasambhava thinks that you are eligible to get his teachings and learnings and, his wisdom. Okay, now let's start with the invocation. That was just the informal introduction. So, to the Supreme Being, Guru, Master Chokuk Sui, Maha Guruji Mailing, all the great, great ones, holy Gurus, holy Masters, saints, archangels, holy angels, spiritual helpers, all invisible helpers, Buddha Kone, Buddha Shakyamuni, all Bodhisattvas, all beings of light, our higher soul, inner self, all our ancestors, all the Nagdevtas and Kuldevtas, we humbly salute to all of you. We express our deep gratitude to all of you for your constant blessings, constant wisdom, constant teachings. We are all super receptive, super conductive, and super, super grateful. Tell yourself, I am one with God, one with Guru, and one with all. Visualize we are in the cave of Mahaguruji Meling, in Guru Padmasambhava's cave in the Himalayas, and above our heads are small little bulbs, small speck of lights illuminated. That is the light of our soul. And as we say, we are all one, we are all one, we are all one, we see all those lights, little specks of light, merging together and forming one ball of light. And then in the cave, we see a big light. That big light is Guru's light. We all merge with that light. And when we merge with the Guru's light, our light merges with the Guru's light. The entire cave is illuminated and lit up. And we are able to see on the walls amazing teachings written, amazing fresco paintings with, the paintings are giving you teachings, learnings, lessons. There are scripts written. awakening us, giving us wisdom. Be very, very grateful to the Guru. Bow down before the Guru. Express your gratitude to the Guru. We are all super, super receptive, super conductive, and super, super grateful. Lord God, Guru Rinpoche, we will serve you always with a pure heart, with a genuine intention, and as an evolved, matured soul. Do guide us always. Be with us always. Neutralize all our karmas. Remove all the obstacles of our life. Resolve all our negative patterns and develop all our virtues so that we can serve you in the best of our ability and potential. That we can do great work of yours and we can bring love, peace, harmony, unity in the whole world. We are all your divine servants. May we all do great service, which also neutralizes all our karmas from all levels through time and space, and we manifest our greatness for which we were born. Not only our karmas from our past lives be neutralized, but may we have a clean slate for the future and leap up 10, 20 lifetimes ahead, getting all the wisdom, learnings, teachings, illumination and evolution of next 10, 20 lifetimes in this lifetime, going through your teachings, at least 10, 20 lifetimes, so that our next birth be the 30th, 40th, 50th, or 100th birth, where we have already accumulated your wisdom, your teachings, your learnings, neutralized all our karmas, achieved great height of our soul's journey, and served humanity as a part of the divine plan. Thank you, Lord God. Thank you, all invisible helpers, all higher beings, all guardian angels, archangels, and Lord God, our Guru, our Sadguru. Those who have not met the Sadguru, let us, salute to the Guru in this lifetime and also the Sadguru, if the Sadguru is different, and also to great, great Parabrahman. Thank you in full faith. So be it, so be it, so it is. Om, Amen, Amin. So we will do one Sharanagati. Lord God, Mahaguruji Mailing, Namaste. I, the soul, I salute the divinity within you. I, the soul, I am super receptive and super conductive on all levels to the divine energies and the divine blessings of miraculous healing power, divine light and divine love, and divine power in our life. Yes, Lord. Thank you, Lord. We salute you, Lord. Namaste. You may open your eyes with a big, big smile. Okay, we will do a quick recap of what we did last day, and then we will move to the new part of it. So in manifestations, we did that the Guru lived by example. He did not just teach that do this, do that, you are wrong, you are right, not just as a judge or just like, telling you what to do, directing you, but he himself followed, and that is what he taught. So he was born as a lotus born. The lotus is a full bloom, beautiful, pure being which comes from muddy waters. So coming out from the negative, but blooming into the air, going towards the sun is the symbol of growth, progress, evolution, and improvement. So the first one was his miraculous lotus birth, how he was born. We've talked about it. The second one is how he mastered all the five elements. In the five elements, I think there are a few more which I need to talk. I will talk about it. Subduing the demons and local deities. That I have told you to a certain extent. We will go into it in more details today. So he controlled the winds and storm. We have talked about it, how he controlled wind and storms, and he, subdued them, brought them under his control, and tamed them. So all the beings of air which tried to, ransack nature, everything around him, even tried to scare him, he just tamed all of them. What happens when there is a hurricane or a huge storm? We get scared because wind actually breaks everything, houses, homes, trees, plants, and it scares you if you know about the hurricanes that happen in the US. So he tamed it, right? Then he walked through the fire. How he was, there was fire everywhere, and how he walked through the fire. His body was not burnt. He was covered by fire all around, and he came out clean. So that was another way of how he tamed this element of fire. Basically, one more thing that comes to my mind right now is that, fire also symbolizes anger, aggression, any negative emotion which has immense power, gray energy, muddy red energy, very, very powerful energy, jealousy, envy, viciousness, right? All those are the symbol of fire. It burns you, it burns others. Jealousy, envy, it burns you and it burns others. Anger burns you, burns others. So these are representation of the fire element. He tamed all that. So when we tame anger, when we tame our aggression, our envy, our viciousness, our tendency to have resentment or take revenge, when all these are tamed, remember you will tame fire. And then what happens physically also, you will see that fire will not really be able to harm you much. As I had given you a live example, how I walked on fire, which was burning for 2.5 hours on coal, burning coal. So taming those are very important. Do a inner reflection. What are the things you need to tame? Now, what about air? When we talked about he tamed storms and air, what is it really? If you connect to yourself, it is sometimes impulsiveness, sometimes with, if there is anger, you suddenly take an action, you suddenly impulsively do something, you suddenly maybe shout at somebody, you suddenly, so it's like a storm, suddenly it comes and it just blows away everybody. You have to tame that. These are the inner teachings of Guru Padmasambhava. You may physically see the fire, you may physically feel the air, but all those elements are present within us. And that is where we need to start taming it. When we tame our inner five elements, the external five elements will almost or already be in harmony with us. Okay? Then water. I had told you how he was his consort, the princess of Mandi. They wanted to get married, and they got married, and then the king burnt them, and there was a big ash. With when they removed that ash, there was water. What does water symbolize? Water symbolizes our emotions. We think in India that being too emotional is a merit. Merit means it is a virtue or something good. In Buddhism, they say merit means you have acquired something good. So we think that, oh, I'm very emotional, that means I'm good. No. Anything in excess is beyond good. Everything has to be in moderation. Being excessively emotional or being totally cold and not bothering about anything, both are extremes. So we have to bring a balance between it. Whenever you are you think that you are getting carried away by emotions, whenever you think that your emotions are controlling your actions, know that you are in imbalance. That is where you need to tame. That is the symbol of water. You have to tame that. Okay. Next. So he went to Tibet, and in Tibet, the king had called him when he was in. We'll come back to the others again. So when he was in, Nalanda, he was called by the king of Tibet, who tried to form this particular monastery. You can see the image, for so many times, and every time it would come into a finishing stage. Next day, he would find it is broken totally, dismantled. So then he had heard about Guru Padmasambhava, that he knows how to tame everything. He knows he has great powers, and he invited him. So when he came, he saw everything, and he found great beings which were monsters, negative beings surrounding this place. Why? Because they had been ruling over this land of Tibet for ages. So they did not want any positive being or any, existence of God over here, because they knew where God exists, we cannot exist. We will have to leave from this place. Just like it happens when we have diseases, those who are pranic killers, you know that the elementals and entities of each disease or addiction sits in our chakras very comfortably. They don't want to leave. So the moment you try to do healing and take them out, they sometimes also bite your fingers, because they are so comfortable. Paying no rent, they are comfortably, enjoying being in a cozy, comfortable place. Same happened with these beings. They did not want to leave. So first when Mahaguruji Mailing came here, Guru Padmasambhava came here, they scared him, they tried to scare him, they tried all means, with earthquakes, with fire, with water, with all the elements, they tried to, crush him down. Guru Rinpoche quietly just observed everything. He did not say anything, he just observed. And they found that he did not even move an inch from where he was. Nothing like him at all. Then he started taming them with his great power. He then showed them his power, and then, he tamed them, he taught them lessons. They were then scared, and with honor, with respect, with fear, they bowed down before him, and they said, we will never do anything wrong. You tell us what, don't kill us, don't, just I mean, they would not be killed, but they would be dismantled or disintegrated. So they said, please, we will do whatever you say. And this was the opportunity of Guru Padmasambhava. This is exactly what we need to be. When we have something negative within us, maybe we can convert that, that energy, we can, instead of destroying that energy, we can constructively transform it into something positive. When we can do that, know that like Guru Padmasambhava, you have been able to tame those demons. I will give you one example of my life, as well as what I say when I have counseling clients, young girls and boys who come with a broken heart, that the lover has, maybe betrayed. And, I've had so many times girls coming in, ma'am, I can't live anymore. I want to die. I cannot live without him. How could he do this to me? Etc., etc., etc. I do understand their pain, the involvement was so deep, the emotional attachment was so strong, that it is very difficult for them to come out of it so easily. And they want to destroy their own lives. That is what I explained to them. that you want to destroy your own life, which is not given by him. It is given by God and your parents. But you want to destroy that just because that boy did not value you. And why do you think that boy did not value you? That boy did not value you because you don't value yourself. The day you start valuing yourself, the world will start valuing you. How do you value yourself? How do you convert this depression, this anger, this frustration, this revenge attitude? Sometimes some of them are revengeful. This resentment, what do you do with it? If you keep it within yourself, it will destroy your physical health, your emotional health, your mental health. So now there should be a paradigm shift, a shift in your thought process. Okay, he did not value me. He did not think I am eligible for him. He thinks I am low, insignificant for him. Then let me build myself. Let me build my life. Let me build myself academically, professionally, socially, mentally, emotionally, in every strata of life, in every way. Let me build myself. And I tell them that build yourself in such a way that one day you reach such a height that he can't even reach out to you. And that day, he regrets, oh my God, she is such a great personality in the society. She is such a successful person in life. She is such a, great, great being. And I betrayed her. I cheated her. What a mistake I did. And let him regret for the rest of his life that he lost you. So when you are building your worth, when you are building your life, when you are building yourself, that is where you have transformed all those negative energies into your positive self. You have transformed it into constructive criticism, constructive building of yourself. And that is what I have been naturally in my life. You know, every time somebody, I've had a very tough young age, but every time somebody has cheated me, somebody has abused me, somebody has insulted me, just because I was shy and I was meek and I would not speak a word. If people would come and if my school girls would come and, stamp on my shoe, I would say sorry. Instead of saying say sorry, I was so timid and shy. So when somebody would, insult me or do anything negative to me, I would not feel any anger towards them. I would transform it to myself. I will build myself. And I would challenge that area. If somebody has insulted me because, for example, because I am not good in, suppose, Hindi, just giving you an example, I would master that area and become so well that number one, nobody would have the chance to complain again. Number two, everybody would regret. I'll give you a live example of mine. When I was in class 9, that time the Asian Games was going on in Delhi. Okay. So whole year I was a national swimmer. So I was in Talakotra swimming pool practicing the whole year. And, I came back. I think that year Indira Gandhi was assassinated. Probably. I don't, it's a little this thing. Anyway, I came back in the month of November. October, we had the competitions. In November, I came back. In December, we had our final exam. Now, I could not appear for my first terminal and second terminal exam because the whole year I was there in Delhi for the, trials and our camps and all those things. But I was a mediocre student. I would get a first division, a first class, and that's it. Not record marks or anything. Just a normal first class and first division student. That's it. So my class teacher told my mom that she has to take private tuitions from me. Only then I will be able to help her out. So my mother, she had a lot of confidence in me. I don't know why, but anyway, that's good. She said, no, you give her the syllabus, let her study. Whatever she can score, she will do. And I know she will be able to do it. Now we had 40 marks as our pass marks. So I really studied very, very hard. I remember every day I used to still sit to study, and I would study till 4 o'clock next morning. And I would have biscuits and all in, in different jars. And at night I would eat them and continue studying. So continuously I studied that way. I appeared for the exam. I passed out all of them in first division and first class. Only her subject, the class teacher's subject, which was history, she failed me by 1 mark. 39 she had given me. When she failed me by 1 mark, my parents told them that, can we see the paper where she has done a mistake? And in our school, I studied in a Irish convent school. So it was a very, very strict school. So they said, we will not give promotion. She has to repeat class 9. So they said, can you show us where she had done a mistake so that next time she does not do? They did not. And when they did not, the other teachers came and said, it is just because the class teacher was, angry that you did not put her for the private tuitions with her. So, fortunately, my parents did not give up. What they did, they plucked me out from that school, put me in another school, which was quite a popular school in Calcutta, put me in that school in class 10. So, class 9, I did not need to repeat. I was in class 10. Now, in class 10, what I did no sports. I was um swimmer. I used to practice 7 hours a day for my nationals. I stopped swimming. I was a mountaineer. I stopped mountaineering. I was a dancer. I used to practice every week, weekly practices, heavy practices, because I used to perform in many cities and later on in many countries, classical dancer. So I stopped everything and I completely focused in my studies. And in 10th, when my board's exam, the results were out, I actually topped the boards. When the result was announced, I was actually, there were tears in my eyes. I could not believe, you know. But I realized it later that if we convert all those negative forces into positivity, we can do wonders. That is exactly what we need to do. How Guru Rinpoche, all those demons, they are hundreds of demons. All of them, he just converted them into positive beings. Uh, and then what happened was they all bowed down. And okay, they bowed down and then they became his servants forever. So this is what we all need to understand. It is Everything is within us. All the teachings are to reform us from inside. If inside we are fine, the outside will obviously be fine. Think about yourself, those who are married. The first 1 year of your marriage, weren't you very, very happy? Would it not show your face, your body glowing? So from outside, you want you healthy. When you are internally healthy, it will reflect outside. We need to heal ourselves from inside. We need to reform ourselves inside. We need to take care of every little negative aspect inside, and the outside will completely change. Completely change. Right? If you plant good seeds, what happens? The field is filled with beautiful flowering plants, fruit trees. So if those seeds are good, the fruits will be good, the flowers will be good. If you become a garbage bin, if you are a garbage bin, if you become a garbage bin, if you carry on being a garbage bin, what will you attract? You will attract insects, flies, dirty insects, right? But when you transform that garbage bin into a beautiful garden, what will you attract? You will attract so many beautiful birds, butterflies, so many beautiful insects which are like, in the air, spreading beauty and maybe so many good things. You attract them. So what do you want to be? Think about it from today. Do you want to remain or be a garbage bin? Or do you, that doesn't mean that a garbage bin does not have any good food. Garbage bin, most of it is garbage, but there are also sometimes people excessive food, even if it is malai curry or even if it is chicken mutton, they it's excessive. They throw it there. So there are something good, something bad, but majorly it is negative. When we transform that into completely positive, a beautiful garden, we attract the best in life. We manifest everything instantaneously. You think and it manifests. You think and it manifests. That is the power of purity. That is the power of the teachings of Guru Padmasambhava. That is where we need to understand his secret and sacred teachings. Okay. So in this image, as you see that this was one of the great beings, negative beings, and this was Guru just showing his humility. He was trying to eat up, and then finally he tamed all of them. So this is the idol the king had finally made, constructed or built, of Guru Padmasambhava in that monastery. It is there. Okay. 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 Manifest earthquakes and light. I told you that there were these beings started fire, earthquakes, volcano to shake him and break him. But what he did finally, he bloomed into his rainbow colors. His rainbow inside, all the rainbow, all the rays of his rainbow started radiating outside. When it started radiating, everything went quiet and calm. Whether it was earthquake, volcano, everything calmed down. We all have the 7 rays, 7 virtues within us. All the 7 colors and the 7 rays of a rainbow. The more we cultivate them, the more we express them, the more we use them, the more we will be, radiating those. Think about one thing. Let me tell you a small little story. Um, Suppose you go back home, or maybe you are at home after the session, you receive a letter which had come, somebody had delivered it, a courier service, and you open that letter, and that letter says that, you had a grandmother in Africa or maybe in the West whom you did not know. Maybe she was your grandmother's, cousin, distant cousin, okay? And you were not aware. And it's written that she has died and she has left all her fortune in particularly that, all in your name. Okay. So what happens is, what would you feel if you suddenly find this? First, it is unbelievable, right? Then even if you can believe, you realize, oh my God, it's a huge fortune. You wonder what you will do with this. Then you decide, okay, fine, I will save some, I will go for a holiday, I will also maybe invest some, and you start doing planning and you start working on it actively. 1 month, 2 months, 3 months. In 6 months' time, you suddenly realize that all is gone. All that had come, somehow you spent everything. Either there were losses in, in your shares, or there was something, you spent a lot of money, you went to holidays, you splurged, it's all gone. So God had given you the opportunity to be wealthy, but you lost all. And why did you lose? You did not have the intention to lose. Why did you lose? The core reason is physical wealth is perishable wealth. The way you get it, you can lose it. Physically, we get this body. We will have to lose this body because it is perishable. Nothing is permanent in this physical world, right? But think about it. The wealth that you possess within, all your teachings, learnings, all the wisdom, You keep on growing bigger, bigger, bigger with all your wisdom, with all your learnings, with all your teachings. Can anybody steal it from you? If you develop your golden body, gold means what? Pure, your pure energy. How does your pure energy come? From where does it come? When you are doing purification, when you're constantly eliminating all your negatives and you're constantly developing your positive. So gradually all the dark gray clouds from your aura are vanishing, dissolving, moving out, flushing out. And only what is remaining is divine, pure gold energy. So your aura becomes gold, your chakras are filled with gold energy, your thoughts are golden, your words are golden, your action is golden. And when you continue with it, then what happens? Gradually, each and every ray of the rainbow starts developing. Each and every ray of the rainbow starts, radiating. And then gradually you develop a rainbow body, which is filled with balanced virtues, everything positive in a balanced way, right? That is what Guru Padmasambhava had done. And the best thing that I like about the Guru is he said, if you start, if you continue, if you do, you can do it in one lifetime. You do not need to be born over and over and over again to build that. He empowers you to build that. He empowers you to transform from whatever you are to the best that can be of your version, the best version of you in one lifetime. When that is there, no negative can even, you don't have to worry about shielding yourself. You don't have to worry about psychic attacks. Nothing will even if they touch your aura, it will just reflect back. It will bounce back. You are so powerful. Your energy, your aura, your chakras have developed their muscles. They are so strong, so developed, so powerful that nothing stands in front of you. Even if anything negative comes, it hits back, it goes back. You are always protected and safe because you're built by the Guru, because you have been constructed by the Guru. With his guidance, you have come up. His guidance is like just like in a construction building, every worker is making, they are putting one brick after the other, one brick after the other, putting cement, and then they are making the structure. So Guru has built you in that way. One virtue, eliminating one negative vice. Again, one more virtue, putting some colors in it, putting some, and that is how he has built you with his little guidance, big guidance, with his presence in your life. When you go, why do people go for pilgrimages? They go because we know those are charging points. The Guru has been there. He has stayed there. He has meditated there. Energy is anchored over there. Why do we need to attend such sessions? Because it's constantly cleansing you and transforming you and cementing you with Guru's energy. Why do we need to attend Arahatic Yoga retreats? Why do we need to attend Guru Padmasambhava's retreats? Because that is the place where there's voluminous energy of his. There's voluminous cleansing that happens. There's voluminous, transformation that happens. If you have not attended any of the retreats, just ask people who have done. I will tell you about my Arahatic retreats. Every time after the Arahatic retreat, there is phenomenal changes. There is phenomenal manifestation that happens. Things just work out. That is because why? Because the Guru is taking care of you. So what is most important? Think about it. You are most important. Your growth is most important. This is what you will take back. You will not take back the physical body. You will not take back the wealth. You will not take back anything that you possess here, which is tangible. You will only take back what is intangible, what is permanently built in your soul. The colors that you have colored your soul with, the rays that you have, filled your soul with, that is what you're going to take back. That is exactly what Guru Padmasambhava has been trying to teach. Not very voluminously, he was not loud, he was not, but silently he taught to those disciples who were faithful to him, who were really his disciples. When I talk, believe me, maybe 70% I say what I know, 30% there are new things that come in. I know he's using me, and through me he's passing on messages and teachings. Okay. So, so, okay. Those who have been to Bhutan, you must have seen this. It is called the tiger's nest. The tiger's nest, how did it happen? When, he used to ride on a tiger, right? Here you can see I put a little small Magaruji sitting on a tiger. So here the monk is showing, wow, that is a tiger is flying. So he was called the flying tiger. So he flew over there on the top of the mountains, which was unreachable. And this monastery was built over there. Even when nowadays people go, they wonder, how will I climb so much? How can I go? It is so far, so high. But for him, it was nothing. And that is where he teaches that everything is nothing. You can fly. How can you fly? When you are very deeply evolved and nurtured by Guru, when you have those ingredients in your soul, you fly in the inner world. When you fly in the inner world, you can reach anywhere. You can learn anything, even when your body is sleeping at night. When you reach a point of purification, when you are sleeping, when your body is sleeping at night in bed, your soul can go into the inner ashrams. There are many inner ashrams. You can go into the inner ashram of Mahaguruji, take new lessons, and come back by the time you wake up. And then during the day, you realize you have new knowledge which you don't know from where you've got. All this comes with dedication, devotion. When you consider Guru as important, when you consider his teachings as important, when you devote your life to learn and transform yourself, then he gives you this. He doesn't give just like this. There are so many millions of people. How many get it? Just a few handful. And how do they get it? They get it in this way. Pillar one. Every day I say, pillar one. Very, very important. Okay. So the I'll tell you another story. Let me go to the next slide. Okay. Sorry. So there were these demons, if you see. He tamed those demons and he was like a tigress. Got it constructed by them. He made them construct it. And he was called the flying on a tigress, or he used to be called the flying tigress. I'll tell you one very interesting thing. Some of you know a little, but not the entire thing. When I was going through third stage cancer, and one of my Arhatic friends told me that I would do shamanic healing. When she started the shamanic healing, she said next day, she called me and she said, in shamanic healing, you have a guardian deity and you have a guardian animal. So she told me, it's surprising. I've never come across like this. You have two guardian deities and you have two guardian animals. I said, really? And who are they? Then I'll talk about the guardian animals. So she said the first guardian animal is tiger. I said, oh my God, is it? How come? I'm never very, very connected to animals. I have never been quite connected to animals. So I said, how come I'm connected to tiger? And then what happened was I said, oh, let me tell you one thing. Last 8 months, 3 times I was taken to 3 tiger reserve forests without my knowing a day in advance. Like today, I don't know. Tomorrow, suddenly something comes up. I'm in Nagpur and I'm in Tadoba in the tiger reserve forest there. And then maybe after a week, I don't know the previous day. Next day, I'm in Ranthambore in Rajasthan. The third time it happened, I am in near Bangalore, there's a tiger forest. I'm there. And the third one, I actually told, I had some foreign delegates. I told them, I have got something to do with tigers. I don't know why this is attracting me. And at that point of time, for almost a month, I was dreaming tigers. So my soul was actually showing me, giving hints that, you know, your guardian deity, your guardian animal is going to be there protecting you, taking care of you, healing you. I was not aware. Of course, after that, I became aware. And the best thing that happened, I tell you, when I started studying about Guru Padmasambhava and his 8 manifestations, and I came to know about that he was called the tigress, the flying tigress, I was overjoyed. I said, wow, my guru rides on tiger and my guardian animal is also tiger. So I felt the connection with the guru. So this, why I'm saying this is we all need to look inside and see where are the gaps and where do we need to fill in. Once you fill in and you are full, you will see everything is there. Tiger is also there. The power and strength of elephant is also there. The power of lion is also there. These are all symbols of constellations. That is why we have zodiacs by different animals, right? Whether it is a tiger or it's a horse or it is a scorpion or a cancer, whatever it is, these are all constellations. So those constellations give certain energies. Those energies can be connected to these animals. That is why we, in some way, if you deeply look into it, you behave. There are certain traits of those constellations because you possess those energies within you. When you were born, those constellations have given you the maximum energy in your chakras, in your meridians, in your body, in your auras, in all your bodies. So you possess those particles of those energies from those constellations. You behave them like those traits that those constellations have. So if you know about it, if you dive deep into it, if you want to know more about it, then what happens? You are connecting with your own inner self. And the more you discover who you are, what is there inside, believe me, there is nothing in this universe. I'm not saying world, I'm saying nothing in this universe more pleasurable than knowing yourself. Because we have the whole universe within us. I myself, think about yourselves. I myself, I have God within me. God means universe, the whole knowledge, the whole wisdom, the whole traits, the whole. Only thing is that what we have done is we have fragmented those. And we look at one fragment and we think that we know lots. We have to combine all together and see ourselves as whole, experience ourselves as whole, and realize ourselves as whole. And you will see that nothing will perturb you, nothing will spoil your happiness, peace, tranquility, your balance. Forever, you can become like Adi Shankaracharya. Okay? So, concealing dharmas. These are hidden treasures that Guru Padmasambhava, as I told you, that he did not give the teachings to everybody, just a very few, and rest he hid those in different places, in caves, just like here you see, in caves, in some idols, in some rivers, not rivers, waterfalls and streams, in with symbols in different mountains. He kept those safe and secured. There are monks, very, very highly evolved monks, who keep looking for those and they discover those. Some of them are discovered and then the teaching is revealed. Now, this idol that I have shown you, this is the first ever idol made on Guru Padmasambhava. This was the first statue of Guru Padmasambhava that was made. And if you see here on the right, there are footsteps. Where did this come from? This is not a human footstep because it's huge, it's very big. It's very big. I have seen there were one Rinpoche and one lady monk, she's called Kandola. They have come and stayed in my place in Bombay for almost for 5 days. And then, I took them, they wanted to see Ajanta Ellora. I took them myself to Ajanta Ellora. I showed them, I brought them back. We all in the house, we cooked and ate together. They did chantings, meditation. We called all our society people to bless them, etc., etc. So why I'm saying is I was in the aura, in their teachings, in their, they are just channels of Guru Padmasambhava, right? Now, like I am the channel of Guru Rinpoche for all of you. So that time they showed me that in Sikkim they had gone on very, very high altitude, expedition, and they saw some handprints in a very high cave. Okay, in very high, and those prints were very big, not of a normal human being. So like this, they are still looking for, they are getting, these are hidden treasures. And believe me, it's my prayer that I reach a stage. Why I'm saying I, think about yourselves. I reach a stage one day that I am so faithful, I'm so loyal, I'm so devoted, and I'm so pure as a disciple of the Guru, that the Guru reveals his teachings to me and helps me to be wise and enlightened. Think about yourselves. I'm talking about I means I'm talking about all of us. Okay. So these are hidden treasures. These are called dharmas. So when we have conferences of all the monks in the world, international conferences, then it is exchanged. If anybody has found any dharma which was concealed and discovered, then the teachings are spread across. New teachings are given. Okay. So the dharmas are hidden like this. These are some of the places from where dharmas have been discovered. If you see on the right hand side here, you can see the image of Guru Rinpoche on this rock. The one on the top, sorry, one on the top on the right. In the white on that particular rock, if you see, it looks like Guru Padmasambhava's image, half body. So similarly, in these places, some of the dharmas have been found. Okay. Now, he multiplied forms. Simultaneously, he was in different places, in different strata of the world, taking care of negatives in everywhere. It was like as if, he had a portal. Through that, he was reaching somewhere, some part of Himalaya, somewhere part of Tibet, some part of Ladakh, some part of Orissa, some part of, China. He's everywhere present. That was his power. He could be omnipresent. It's like omnipresent. And physically, he was omnipresent. We talk about Shiva's omnipresent. We know it, we sense it, we feel it, but we have not seen it. Guru Padmasambhava's omnipresence was seen by people. Okay? Just like through portals, you can go to multiverse. He was like in multiverse on this earth. But of course, he is in multiverse. Now, just sit back, relax, and watch this. Oh, I'm sorry. Just a moment. Sorry. How did this go back and front? I don't know. I am very sorry. And I had tested, it was fine. But anyway, now you can just relax and observe it.
Dormammu, I've come to bargain.
You've come to die. Your world is now my world. Like all worlds.
Dormammu, I've come to bargain.
You've come to die. Your world is now my world. What is this? Illusion.
No, this is real. Mamu, I've come to bargain.
What is happening?
Just as you gave Caecilius powers from your dimension, I brought a little power from mine. This is time. Endless, looped time. Mamu, I've come to bargain.
You cannot do this forever.
Actually, I can. This is how things are now. You and me, trapped in this moment, endlessly.
Then you will spend eternity dying.
Yes. But everyone on Earth will live.
But you will suffer.
Pain's an old friend. Dormammu! I've come to bargain. Dormammu! Dormammu! Dormammu!
You will never win.
No. But I could lose. Again. And again. And again.
And again forever. That makes you my prisoner.
Stop! Make this stop! Set me free!
No. I've come to bargain.
What do you want?
Take your zealots from the Earth. End your assault on my world. Never come back. Do it, and I'll break the loop.
Yeah. So, many of you might have seen this movie, Doctor Strange, and many of you were fascinated. I was very fascinated when first time I saw it. After all the sessions that we have gone through about, Guru Rinpoche, don't you think this was a mini Guru Rinpoche? As if that was the big monster, the demon, and how this little being tamed it and finally made him bow down as to what he wants. So it is a small reflection of this is the modern version in today's world. 2500 years back, nobody could even dream. But what really happened? We know about 3 dimensions or 4 dimensions. Maximum, we have learned about 5 dimensions. But there are many, many dimensions. And Guru Rinpoche had mastered all the dimensions. He was the master of all the dimensions. So in this life, on the earth, he had actually brought back, the dead. We know Jesus had resurrection. We know Sai Baba had made somebody come back from death to life. There are certain saints who they have given life to the dead, some of them, right? But Guru Rinpoche was a master in that. Why? Because he had the full knowledge of quantum mechanics, quantum physics. He knew about all the dimensions. What was happening in Doctor Strange? He was actually working on different dimensions. That is why he was coming back over and over again. And just think about it. I feel so pleasured and excited to think about it that when I deeply dive into Guru Rinpoche's teachings and go deeper and deeper, maybe someday those dimensions will be revealed to me also. And I will get to know, yes, power is given to those who handle accurately, wisely, correctly. The moment power is misused, it is taken away by the universe. So never ever think of using power negatively. It will not last. It will be taken away. Okay. That is why we need purification. That is why we are so blessed. We are in the school of pranic healing, which was initiated by, of course, Guru Rinpoche. And finally, it bloomed into pranic healing school by Master Choa. So you can master death. And live example, Master Chua himself. Twice in his life, he had mastered death. He was supposed to die. We senior, the acharyas and senior disciples and students know about it. He postponed it. And when the next time, the last time, when, he could have still postponed the third time also. But he said, no, let the acharyas and let the new people discover the hard work that I have done in 30 years. Let them do now, find out and grow and evolve in it. So, if we master it, we can revive the dead. We can revive our own death. And in a very minor way, I also see in myself it has happened. I was supposed to die in cancer. Doctor had said you will not live. When I met with an accident and I was paralyzed, doctor said you will never come out of it. But probably he revived me from death twice. Twice I had near death experience. Someday I will talk about it. What experience? I have seen death and what I experienced about death, I will talk about it someday. So, engulfing in his teachings, dipping into his sacred teachings, you can also revive from your death. You can extend your life. You can, and I know the secret. I will share that also with you next day. Just remind me. You can extend your life. You can also revive from the deathbed. Okay, that is what all that you learn from him. And what can you not manifest? If you can manifest, life from death, don't you think that you have manifested the biggest thing of life? That is what the greatest manifestation is, right? So that is for today. Next day we will go in. So these were the 4 things that we did today: taming Tibet, overcoming obstacles, and preventing the building of the Sumaya Temple Monastery, pacified all the harmful spirits and that were destroying the construction at night, established the Vajrayana firmly in Tibet. He established Vajrayana Buddhism in Tibet very, very deeply, firmly. He anchored it. Even in Tibet, there has been Chinese princess, Nepali princess who married and came to Tibet, and they have lived there, but they have imbibed Vajrayana, Buddhism of master of our great Guru, Guru Rinpoche. So in the Tigris thing, he manifested riding on the back of Yesh Doje, transforming into a tigress, as if he was transformed into a tigress, traveled miraculously on through the sky. He left scarred imprints on rocks in the tiger's nest in Bhutan. That is why those scarred imprints are the thermas also. There are many thermas which are discovered like that, his fingerprints, his marks, his footprints, etc. Concealing thermas, his spiritual teachings, thermas in rocks, lakes, caves, and in the minds of disciples. So, of course, in the minds of disciples, because new teachings come into my mind. There are new knowledge that comes into my mind when I'm talking to all of you. So the prophesied future dharmas, pleasures are revealed or will be revealed. Ensure the dharma would reappear at the right time for future generation. Dharma means righteousness, what is right, what is pure. Multiplying forms, he manifested in multiple bodies simultaneously in different places, appeared in various forms to guide beings according to the needs, right? So he came as human, he came as, great beings, he came as animals, and he taught wherever it was needed. Reviving the dead, he retorted life to those who had died. He extended the lifespan of disciples through blessings and empowerment. I have experienced it, so I know about it. So that is what. Thank you very much for your time and attention, for being here. And the last session of this will be next day, next Thursday. So we will complete this